All right, so this is a follower submission, and it is, am I the astronaut for not getting my best friend a Taylor Swift ticket? My best friend, 27 female, and I, 27 female, have been talking about going to see a Taylor Swift concert since March when the tour started. I'd mentioned how badly I wanted to go to the LA show, in which she said she would go with me if we got tickets somehow. She lives on the East Coast, and I live on the West Coast. After searching for months for reasonably priced tickets and no luck, we were both sad that it seemed like this isn't going to happen, but we accepted it. At least that's what I thought. Now we are finally at the tail end of the Taylor Swift shows in LA when Ticketmaster opened up the queue for more tickets. I logged in with little hope to find tickets since it is now the week of. But to my surprise, the tickets were low, so I got extremely excited and ran to my husband instantly. I got the tickets. My excitement was over the roof. I assumed that since it's last minute, my best friend wouldn't be able to come anymore since she would have to book a last minute flight from East to West Coast. My husband would just take her place, in which he was more than happy to come with me and even excited now. Boy, was I wrong. I called my best friend excitedly to tell her how I managed to get tickets. The second I said I got 2 tickets for my husband and I, she said, "You are effing kidding me." Now, I'm assuming you read that excited, but no, she was downright pissed and it dripped in her words. My husband saw the look on my face change from so excited to confused and upset. She began saying how we have been talking about this for months and how I'm the worst best friend for forgetting about her when buying the tickets, and to top it all off, it's on her birthday, the show that I'm going to. I instantly felt bad and apologized. My husband offered his, but quickly said never mind because he realized he was actually looking forward to this, especially after I relentlessly play Taylor Swift in the car all the time. I even went as far as to hop back in the queue to get 3 tickets and just resell my original 2, but no luck. Once again, she said, I am the worst best friend, and then we got off the phone. Okay, the next day I'm at work, and out of nowhere, I get a long text explaining how hurt she is about the situation. I instantly felt guilty and angry all at once and continued with my work, but I kept rethinking the situation. She says she's hurt, but she hurt me also by now throwing everything at me and failing to remember that I have also helped her out in so many ways. My husband thinks it was already crazy that I apologized and I shouldn't feel guilty for not getting her one. I just want to know, am I really the asshole here? So here's what I think about this situation. Number one, here's what I don't understand about this entire situation. If you are best friends with somebody and you are trying to get Taylor Swift tickets, how are you not communicating with your best friend when you're in the queue to do it? I know when the tickets went on sale, me and my best friends were, like as soon as we were all trying to get in the queue and we were all trying to get tickets, like we were talking about who can get what. Like, why would you not communicate with her and let her know instead of just assume? Because that's what got OP in trouble here, is that she assumed that she wouldn't be able to go instead of saying, hey, I'm going to try to get on the queue when these get released. Would you like to go? Because I mean, you guys are best friends. You supposedly talked about this. And if she says no, she says no, but you're just assuming that she's going to say no. And the friend is obviously hurt by this. And then when it comes to the husband, I don't know. It's not really clear if he offered it to the friend. We'll see. But what I wonder though, is if he said that to OP and they didn't tell the friend that, like he told her like, hey, I'll give up my ticket for her. And he's like, actually, I want to go. Or if the friend actually knew that. If it was me in that situation, I would be the first message and phone call I would make would be to my best friend to be like, hey, I'm in the queue. Are we going? If you get tickets, do you want me to get you a ticket and do it? And it was on her birthday. So like you can make assumptions, but the fact that it's on her birthday, I feel like you should have just gone ahead and been like, I'm going to get the ticket. It's on her birthday. She'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. I think everybody does suck here in this situation. I don't think OP is necessarily, she's not necessarily an asshole. It's just kind of, it really sucks for everybody all the way around.
I remember talking about this story a little bit whenever you first ran across it. And this was one that I could read because it wasn't going to be a blind react for me. I have a little bit of a different view on it because the first thing that I said was hubby is either an ASCON 2 or ASCON 1 here. And I'm being harsh on him, but I'm being harsh on him for a reason. Number one, he should have recognized the ramifications of him not giving up his seat. It's going to damage this friendship, right? But the fact that he said he was going to give up his ticket and then rescinded it makes him an even bigger asshole. It's like, because it's like he felt like he knew what the right thing to do was and then decided to not do it. Yeah, you're an asshole for that. A bigger asshole because you recognized what the right thing to do was and then decided not to do it. And I think that makes him a bigger asshole for it. And in the very beginning, you know, realizing that this would stress their friendship, this friend is important to his wife, he's got to give up that ticket. It's the right thing to do. It's the chivalrous thing to do. No questions asked, should have done it and just decided not to, even though he knew it was the right thing. So my bullseye here is on hubby. I'm like, you could have been a solution provider to this and just decided not to. For what benefit? What do you gain out of this? Yeah, it's going to be a fun experience, but at what cost?
To be fair though, to the husband, it's a Taylor Swift concert.
No, Tony's an asshole.
He is.
He could have fixed it. He could have fixed it.
But
he's an asshole.
I need Candy's thoughts on this too, because listen, the three of us have been through the emotional roller coaster ride of the Taylor Swift tickets and not having tickets and the queue and the waiting and the concert.
Here's the deal though, and before Candy Thunder gives her thoughts, when our fluctuant situation finally presented an extra ticket that would have allowed me to go without hesitation, Candy Thunder and I, when she told me what the situation was, I looked at her and I said, I think we both know who needs to go. And she looked at me and said, Tony. And I said, yep. There was zero hesitation because we knew that was the right thing to do.
Because they the real MVPs.
And this guy knew what the right thing to do was and just chose not to do it, which makes him more of an asshole. But Candy Thunder, here, you pop in and...
I don't think that the best friend owes her friend anything, but I think that you don't have to give somebody a ticket. That's not your job. Your job isn't to buy somebody else a ticket. But knowing how much it would damage her friendship doing what she did, I think that the OP in the story wanted to take her husband and didn't know how to say that. And so just didn't do it. She just let the chips fall where they may. And that's what happened.
I mean, it's really just like a lack of communication. Like all she had to do was send a text. And if you didn't want to say it, if you wanted to just go with your husband, you could have said to her,
yeah, speak up.
You could have still tried to get her a ticket for like, you could have gotten in the queue or gotten tickets at a different spot and like gone with her. But I feel like you owe her that, at least a text, like to talk about, hey, I'm in the queue. Do you want a ticket?
And if this was me on the other side of the country, I would have probably been like jealous and hurt, but not enough for it to damage our friendship, because I understand wanting to share that moment with your husband, you're married, whatever. But don't just discount your friend out of the equation because she's across the country. This is a once in a lifetime opportunity. And I know that some people don't understand the Taylor Swift type, and that's fine, but they bonded over that. They had that together, and she didn't give the friend
and they've been
the
talking about it for months. And it was like the fact that it didn't even cross their mind to be like, maybe I should ask her if I can get a ticket that she wants to go to that.
There's last minute flights. You can
All lack of communication aside for OP and her bestie here, the fact remains that hubby could have solved all of this by sacrificing his seat and knew that and still chose not to. And that, to me, is a crime. That's like a cardinal sin, dude. You could have done so much good and just decided not to. It sucks.